First tonight at 10, an emotional return home for a firefighter injured in this week's explosion in Sun Prairie. Plus, the state of Wisconsin now asking for federal help after devastating flooding last month. And later, the county board approves an advisory referendum tonight for marijuana use. We'll tell you what that means straight ahead.
This is News 3 at 10.
Thanks for joining us tonight. One of the firefighters injured in Tuesday's explosion in Sun Prairie was welcomed back home today. His brothers and sisters at the Sun Prairie Fire Department picked him up and escorted him through town to an emotional reunion at the firehouse. Amy Reed was there and joins us live now. Amy, obviously mixed feelings through all of this.
Yeah, you can imagine just one day after escorting fallen Captain Corey Barr through these streets, they're welcoming in Ryan Welch. But they said this reunion is healing, and having the community there to support them through it all, it gives them a reminder why they do what they do.
We got a brother back, we got brother Greg back, and we're going to pay honor to our fallen brother Corey Barr. We are going to stand together, and we are going to build this fire department. We're going to make it better, stronger, and everlasting to remember our brother. And thank God that we got Welch and we got brother Patrick back. God bless.
One by one, Ryan Welch's brothers and sisters welcomed him home.
Being able to have Ryan Welch and Greg Pavlik, come back and become part of the family again, and be able to be home, that's a big bonus for us as an organization, us as people, and mentally stabilizing.
It was a short homecoming held in the shade of the station, only a few hundred yards from the remains of Tuesday's explosion. But any amount of time was good enough. Happy there was time at all.
Being able to have that support come back, trying to help us get over the tough times of the loss of Captain Corey Barr, this is now an uplifting that can kind of keep us in check with what really goes on and what's really important in life.
Just as the town works to heal, so does the department. Healing as a family and healing as a community.
Our sole purpose of why we are here is to serve them, and to see them come out and support us this past week has been tremendous, and it kind of gives that purpose of why we do what we do.
Now, they did mention another firefighter, Greg Pavlik. He was treated at the hospital and released yesterday afternoon. Now, Ryan Welch, his family, the entire department, they have a long road to recovery ahead of them. The Welch family does have a GoFundMe set up in their name. We have those details over on our website if you'd like to contribute, channel3000.com.
Amy Reed reporting tonight. Thank you, Amy. New tonight at 10, Governor Scott Walker has ordered all flags across the state to be lowered to half staff to honor the firefighter killed in the blast, Captain Corey Barr. The governor says his memory and legacy of selflessness and service will live on through his family and his crew. And the community support keeps pouring in for the Barr family. The GoFundMe page set up for them has now raised $145,000. Captain Barr had been with the Sun Prairie Fire Department for 15 years. He leaves behind a wife and twin 3-year-old daughters. Today, we're also learning more about the funeral plans for Captain Barr. According to the Wisconsin State Firefighters Memorial, it will be held this Saturday at 11 a.m. at the Sun Prairie High School. A private visitation will be held tomorrow night. As efforts are underway to clean up the area, the people who live there are finally getting some answers about what caused that explosion. Verizon Wireless contracted with Bear Communications to improve its wireless network. They were working on a fiber project in the Madison area, including in Sun Prairie, when police say a gas line was hit, causing that explosion. There are still questions about whether the proper procedures were followed, but right now the city's mayor says he's looking towards helping the people in his city.
At this time, the the death investigation is ongoing, so no rebuilding will occur until that has been resolved. The governor was here yesterday. He assured us that they would work expeditiously in getting that highway open.
Bear Communications and Verizon Wireless are expressing their condolences for the loss of Captain Corey Barr and say they're praying for a fast recovery of the people involved around the community. The companies say they will cooperate with law enforcement in the investigation. In the meantime, the mayor says his top priorities are rebuilding Main Street and knocking down the buildings that are not structurally secure. Sun Prairie Police are asking for anyone hurt during Tuesday's explosion to call them. Their phone number, 608-837-7336. We also have this number on our website, channel3000.com. Overnight, firefighters were back at the scene of the explosion, putting out a small fire that flared back up at Glass Nickel Pizza. That fire started just before 11:30 last night. Dane County Dispatch tells us the fire took just a couple minutes to put out, but first responders stayed on scene for a couple hours as precaution. Many nearby business owners and tenants are now getting a first look at the damage done to their property. However, some still don't know when they will be let back in. Earlier today, crews set up a fence inside of that boundary. People aren't able to enter or exit. Business owners say it's now a matter of finding out what to do next.
Early on, adrenaline was driving everything, and everyone was interested in trying to help each other, which everyone is still interested in. Now it's the realism is set in where, okay, this is the long haul, and we need to figure out what the solutions are and how we're going to continue our business.
It could take weeks to get into those businesses. At Salvatore's, their windows are still broken and food and customers' phones are still sitting on the tables. A local woman is picking up spirits by picking flowers. Michelle Hornung owns Crazy Daisy Flower Truck. She's donating the money made from her unique bouquets to the family of Corey Barr. In the past 24 hours, she's raised more than $1,000. She says she and her husband live in Sun Prairie, so helping was a no-brainer.
Sun Prairie, it's growing, but the people that are in this community is so tightly knit. It's one big family, and it's amazing.
Michelle also works as a nurse at UW. This is one of her former patients. Her children, Mia and Isaiah, emptied their piggy banks this afternoon, giving their money to Michelle's relief efforts. The senior living community comforted hardworking first responders with a cookout today. Many of the senior citizens living near the gas leak at Bristol and Maine were evacuated. Today, New Perspective Senior Living expressed their thanks by cooking up some burgers and cookies for the city workers, police, EMS, and firefighters who've worked tirelessly. The American Red Cross says it is keeping its shelter open tonight at the Sun Prairie High School for anyone still unable to go back home. In total, they tell us more than 100 people so far have come through the shelter. They have showers, food, supplies, and even therapy dogs there. Tomorrow, there will be a multi-agency resource center set up at the high school for anyone who lost anything in the explosion.
Between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m., we're going to have multiple agencies from around the Sun Prairie and Dane County community making sure that if they can't get into their house, how are they getting that long-term support? How are they making sure they've got the food, they've got any clothing, if there were any damages, what those next steps are going to be. So really just an opportunity for people to come and get the support they need so they can really start navigating what their next steps are.
She says for anyone looking to help out, the Sunshine Place in Sun Prairie is still accepting donations of any foods or goods. And as always, stay with News 3 as we learn more about the investigation, the community response, the firefighter just released from the hospital, and of course, Captain Corey Barr. We'll have the latest on News 3 this morning, and as always, on channel3000.com. Let's turn it over to weather now. A line of storms could pass through the area tonight. Meteorologist Dave Caulfield is in the Weather Center with our first alert forecast.
Well, Amanda, that line is weakening as we speak. However, a severe thunderstorm watch is in effect for north central Wisconsin until 1 a.m. on Friday. That includes northern Juneau and Adams counties. But as this line gets further and further away from where that energy was, and as the sun went down a couple of hours ago, atmosphere lost a lot of the energy available to help keep these storms going. That being said, a couple of showers and thunderstorms possible for the Wisconsin Dells over the next hour or so. After that, though, I think everything is going to fizzle out. Downtown Madison, I'm not expecting much in the way if anything, with rain on the Edgewater Skycam. No rain as of now. Currently at 80 degrees, the south wind at 8 miles per hour. That dew point at 70, so still pretty humid outside. Temperatures in some other spots: 77 in Lone Rock and Mineral Point, 76 in Monroe, 82 in Boscobel, and 76, in Viroqua. Dew points are right around 70 degrees, so pretty uncomfortable tonight into tomorrow, and we still have that humidity and heat with us into tomorrow. It still feels like the mid-80s in some spots and actually upper 80s in Boscobel, and overnight with that humidity in place, it still could feel like 80 degrees in some areas. Now, your day planner for tomorrow: temperatures starting off in the 60s will reach highs in the upper 80s with more showers and thunderstorms possible, especially into the late afternoon and evening hours. Some could be strong to severe. We'll track those showers into this weekend in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Dave. After torrential rains last month caused some severe damage to 7 northwestern Wisconsin counties, Governor Scott Walker is requesting that FEMA conduct a damage assessment. It's estimated that repairs in these 7 counties will cost more than $11 million. Officials say the state did not qualify for federal aid for private homeowners, but counties are reaching out to state and nonprofit agencies to help those in need. New tonight, the Dane County Board has approved a plan to ask voters if they want to legalize recreational marijuana in Wisconsin. It's an advisory referendum for November, meaning it doesn't hold any legal authority, but it gauges opinion. Some Dane County supervisors want to know what their neighbors think about allowing anyone 21 and older to possess less than an ounce of marijuana, but state lawmakers would have to make that final say. The man accused of crashing his semi-truck into a school bus full of middle school students is headed to trial. 42-year-old Wayne Murphy appeared in Columbia County Court today. Murphy is accused of being under the influence of prescription medication when that crash happened. 20 people were injured in that crash on May 23rd. Investigators say Murphy said he had been taking 1 prescription medication for anxiety, but state troopers said they also found Xanax they believe he may have been taking at double the prescribed dose.
It appeared consistent that Mr. Murphy was doing one of 2 things, either double dosing on a regular basis, or obviously he could have saved up and maybe done a binge that morning, but there were more pills missing from the bottle than should have been missing based on the timeline there.
Murphy will be back in court for an arraignment at a future date, which has not yet been set. We have some breaking news right now out of Fitchburg. Dane County Dispatch has confirmed to us they have received reports of a person with a gunshot wound. This is on the 2500 block of Post Road in Fitchburg. The call came in around 10 p.m. No other information is available right now, but we will keep you updated when we find out more. There's more to come tonight. A Madison alderman announces his run for mayor, plus a gubernatorial debate ahead of next month's primary election. We'll check it out when we come back. Welcome back. Wisconsin's 8 Democratic gubernatorial candidates debated the issues in Milwaukee tonight. Foxconn proved to be a popular target. Each candidate disapproved of the project, but only Tony Evers and Josh Pade believe the deal couldn't be stopped. The candidates found common ground support of an early release program in Wisconsin's prisons. Candidates also tackled issues ranging from balancing the needs of small and large employers to campaign finance reform. Wisconsin's partisan primary election is just over a month away on August 14th. And a prominent Madison alderman is announcing his candidacy for mayor today. Maurice Cheeks has served 3 terms in the Madison Common Council, representing Madison's diverse 10th district. Cheeks' platform is built on tackling crime, housing affordability, and education to grow the middle class and create opportunities for Madison's working class.
This is an exciting time in Madison. As we grow, we're seeing opportunity in our city, but as we grow, we're also seeing growing inequality in our city, which is going to be the central concern for the next mayor.
Cheeks joins Satya Rhodes Conway. They are the only 2 candidates who have officially announced their campaigns. Mayor Paul Soglin, who is currently focused on his run for governor, has yet to state if he will run for re-election. Madison's mayoral election will take place on April 2nd of next year. Well, we have a couple alert days ahead. Let's check in with meteorologist Dave Caulfield. You were saying fizzled out a little bit.
Yeah, the storms are fizzling out generally. We still do have some strong thunderstorms out there just to the north and west of the Wisconsin Dells, moving through Camp Douglas right now. But what happens when we get to this time of night is the atmosphere doesn't really have a lot of energy left from the sunshine to get these storms to keep moving. So we've noticed over the past couple of hours the severe threat basically go way down with these, although severe thunderstorm watch still in effect for some of us in north central Wisconsin until 1 a.m. But most of the activity you could see over the past couple of hours has really died down, although a couple of showers, some thunderstorms, maybe even some strong storms are possible for spots like Camp Douglas right now and into the Dells over the next hour. But these storms really did not move that fast when they first got started. So north of Minneapolis, about 4 to, in some spots in northwestern Wisconsin, 4.5 inches of rain. The 12-hour radar precipitation estimate closer to Rhinelander, about 1 to 2 inches of rain and 2.5 showing up closer to La Crosse. Local storm reports, we've had numerous reports of wind and tree damage and also some small to moderate hail reported from this. That was a while back when we still had that energy available from the atmosphere. And that severe threat does shift a little bit farther south to southern Wisconsin as we head into tomorrow, especially in the evening hours. That's something to keep in mind. So we do have an alert day in the forecast wrapping up tonight, but also for Friday with that isolated strong to severe thunderstorm threat. And with that heat index, with the heat and humidity in play, it will feel like the upper 90s, close to the triple digits as we head into tomorrow. Downtown Madison on the Edgewater Skycam, not seeing any flashes of lightning or raindrops right now. Today's high of 87, about 5 degrees above normal for this time of year. Right now, temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s, but dew points still very high, and that high humidity is going to stay in place for tomorrow and into Sunday as well. The temperatures, let's try that again, Saturday. Although temperatures are going to stay a little bit cooler as we head into Saturday. Feels like the mid-80s outside across portions of southern Wisconsin. Tonight, temperatures dropping into the 70s. A chance for some showers tomorrow will be near 90. It could feel like the upper 90s at times, even into the triple digits by the time we get to tomorrow afternoon. Future track showing those storms mainly staying north of us, but again, a couple of showers and thunderstorms can't be ruled out. And then as we head into tomorrow, a big line. Future track has been painting this all day. A big line of showers and thunderstorms with some downpours possible on Friday and some more showers and thunderstorms possible Saturday and Sunday. So about 1 inch to 2 inches of rain possible with these showers and storms as we head into the next couple of days. We'll need to keep an eye to the sky tomorrow because some of those storms could be strong to severe. 7-day forecast showing after the rain chances for the next 4 days or so. We do get some nice weather on Tuesday and Wednesday with temperatures near 80, lots of sunshine, and most importantly, low humidity. So nice weather is on the way, but we could use a little bit of rain over the next couple of days.
Yeah, well, get ready for another hot day.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Dave. Well, Steve Stricker gets off to a slow start at the John Deere Classic. That story's coming up next in sports.
The Brewers have another All-Star. Pitcher Jeremy Jeffress added to the National League roster tonight, making it 5 Brewers that will be at the All-Star game next Tuesday in Washington. Tonight, the Brewers start a 5-game in 4-day series in Pittsburgh. Same old story for Jesus Aguilar. Darn if he didn't hit another home run. That's the 24th in the season for number 24. He now has 68 RBI and is hitting .308. Also, Wade Miley comes off the disabled list to make the start for the Brewers. Pitches pretty well, gives up only 2 runs, but Jordy Mercer drives in 4 for Pittsburgh. Final score is Pirates 6, Brewers 3. The Cubs are off tonight. Madison Mallards win in Mequon this evening. The Mallards beat Lakeshore 10-5. The same 2 teams play at Warner Park back in Madison tomorrow night at 7:05. The NBA Summer League goes to the knockout round. The Bucks play the San Antonio Spurs in Las Vegas. One of the Bucks' best players this week has been Christian Wood, a free agent from UNLV. He has 26 points, 15 rebounds tonight. Final score, Bucks 83, Spurs 75. The Bucks will play the Sixers tomorrow. Steve Stricker is playing in the John Deere Classic in the Quad Cities, a tournament he won 3 straight years from 2009 to 2011. The way he's been playing, you have to figure he's got a shot to shoot low scores and maybe win it again. In today's first round, Stricker got off to a great start. His very first hole, the 10th, par 5, stuck a wedge to 4 feet 4 inches, and with his trusty putter, it's pretty much a gimme. But Stricker shoots only 100 today. He's tied for 79th place at 70. He says playing on the regular tour has helped him on the Champions Tour and vice versa.
I come out here, play some decent golf, get some confidence knowing that I can still compete out here, and I take that to the Champions Tour where I feel like I should have a chance to win every week I go out there. So they've really kind of helped each other out. So that's been the really good thing, and I feel like I've done fairly well at both tours.
Steve Wheatcroft has the lead at the John Deere, shooting 62 in the first round. Stricker's 8 back. Another major on the PGA Tour champions. Kenny Perry, Mike Small share the lead at the Senior Players. Jerry Kelly tied for 16th. There's a new kind of workout popping up around our area. It's a kind of Pilates that uses a new kind of machine that encourages overall wellness. But when you look at it, it kind of looks like it could be a torture device. It's called the Reformer. It's supposed to help your spine and strengthen muscles at the same time, something that can help you an entire lifetime.
If you start building the practice in your 20s, you can do it through your 90s. So it's something everybody needs. Why it's so popular and great for people of all ages is that you do a lot of work lying down on your back. So people that have feet injuries, toe injuries, knee injuries, hip injuries, we sort of take gravity out of the equation. So you can still be very mobile, but on your back.
Serena Williams' big year continues. She had a baby last fall. Today she earns a spot in the Wimbledon women's final. Williams beats Julia Gorgas in the semifinals today in straight sets and will face Angelique Kerber in the Saturday final. And we'll be right back.
An update on the breaking news right now. This is a live look at the 2500 block of Post Road in Fitchburg. Dane County Dispatch confirms they have received reports of a person with a gunshot wound there around 10 o'clock. You should stay with News 3 for updates and on channel3000.com.
We had some rain showers tonight and some more tomorrow with heat and humidity back with us.
Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.